Okay, to start the new year off, one of the projects that I had my students do is we talked about the idea that New Year's is something that's universal. All different countries celebrate New Year's in a variety of ways. And we talked about different cultures in different places around the world, different countries, and how we were going to take some of their traditions and make symbols and drew a drawing, like an illustration of those. So this is an example of one student was talking about France. In France, they have parties and get together to have dinner, and one nice visual symbol for a party is just balloons. They also stay up to midnight, and as a lot of people do, when the ball drops, they kiss. So they hang mistletoe. A lot of countries, the adults will kiss at midnight, and mistletoe, we kind of have hearts and X's and O's for hugs and kisses and the mistletoe. A lot of places have fireworks. In France, they exchange cards. And a lot of places have special dinners and special food. So we were talking about how a lot of us eat seafood. So the first thing we did was we planned out our countries and some of the symbols that they would use. We talked about in Denmark, they throw dishes on their neighbors' front steps and smash dishes. In Switzerland, they drop a scoop of ice cream on the floor, all these different things that we had researched. This became our background. We're going to turn this into kind of a diorama. And this part is going to be kind of what turns it into 3D. So just folded, folded. And now this one's not quite finished being colored, but I'll show you. Just simply either glue or staple this, fold around this side, and it kind of creates a bend so that this will stand up. I'm going to set that aside right now. And then on this paper, when we had this done and ready to go, we did a portrait. So we were kind of creating this idea of what our New Year's traditions might be or resolutions. So this is actually my finished one. You can see my background. I did a lot of different cultures because I made a New Year's resolution to travel more. I decided to pick a resolution that would be fun, that I would be happy to complete. So I picked countries that I would like to go to. I'm trying to learn Spanish, so I have Spain and Puerto Rico, Brazil, and then the Philippines. In Brazil, they jump over the waves at midnight and they do 7 waves and make 7 wishes. So I have 7 kind of layers of waves. In Puerto Rico, some people fall back into the ocean at midnight, or in Cuba and the Philippines, people throw a glass of water out the window. So I have lots of water and I want to travel to places that have water. In Spain, one of the things I said is if you wanted to travel, you'd take your suitcase for a walk around the block at midnight. So I have my suitcase and some of the countries that speak Spanish that I'd like to visit. And the Philippines, they have a lot of things about circles for bringing prosperity. They represent coins, so I have some circles here. And in Spain, they eat 12 grapes at midnight. So I colored these the color of grapes and made 12 of them. So it can kind of represent Spain and the Philippines. And then I put some fireworks there. So you can see my colored background, my band across the front that kind of bends it into a bow so it would stand, my portrait, and green is my favorite color, so that has meaning. And then one of the places that I'm going this year that I will get to go to is I'm going to travel to Key West. So I've got some little elements here that I put on the front to finish this off. I've got my suitcase, a nice palm tree. I made a little flag for Key West. And then these I added on the front to add another little element because I'm planning on going snorkeling. So when it's all done, it stands up nicely. And I have a 3D model of my resolution and my goals for the new year with a little bit of influence from some other countries that we learned about and how they celebrate their New Year's as well.